Greetings, my friends. This is Maerlande. It's been a long time. I've had major disease, and winter has been a horrific nightmare. But let's move on to turn number 31 of Tactical Briefing 3. You can see here that in turn number 31, I've summoned some more Jaguar Fiends, Ocelotls. I cast Blood Feast, and the question might be why. Well, the commander who cast it was a capital only, pretty high quality High Priest of the Sun, and that solved all of that High Priest's disease problems and affliction problems. Now it runs the potential to turn him into a cannibal, so he might eat a few of my people, but I'm not sure I really care. Should I care? You tell me. Found another magic site. We got a lot of blood slaves coming in, so just right off the bat, 15 times 3. We're looking at 60 blood slaves a turn, so pretty solid for early game. In Troll Woods, we had a fairly meaningless event. Jewak, another one of those events that's irritating but doesn't affect much. And patrollers are doing their thing. So, the main action in 31 is that I am reorganizing troops all over the place. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on that. I think you guys have followed along long enough to see how it goes, what the point of it all is. And if we have a look, we see there's tribal kings capturing slaves to produce patrollers. I buy independent commanders to run those slaves, Maerlande slaves around so I can patrol where I need to. You can see I've done nothing in the water. And clearly the problem is those are amber clans. I'm going to get creamed. So until I can really focus on that, we'll have to wait. And in the interim, I'm just ignoring Vanheim temporarily. If we look here and we see what's going on, got some guys with slaves. They're going to go grab this throne away from those barbarians. And we'll use the Y key. Y without a capital. Oh, come on, guys. Let's have this look at what we got going on here. So, a big pile of slaves. We got some of those little fiery imps. They're on no orders, so let's just let them blast away. Of course, one of the challenges right now is to lead those. Right now, all I have is basic Maerlande priests, and they're not very good leaders, but let's give it a shot and see what it goes. So, I'm going to call this done for 31. I don't think that requires a great deal of analysis. Let's pop out. Low number turn 32. Look at that. All those tactical turns. Isn't that fun? Alright, we got some construction research finished. So I made construction 5. Well, I must admit, I'm sort of wondering what I was doing here when I decided to swap out. Oh, I think I know. A couple of critical things in conjuration. I want to get some jaguar toads. They're actually pretty good, especially with my bless. And they're really stupid cheap. 1 nature gem for this giant toad that swallows things and has my bless. It's pretty fun. So that's why I made that decision to just pop out briefly on my run to construction 6. I still need that construction 6. It's very critical. Lots of slaves. So we do a quick analysis. Whoa. I'm at 80, almost 100 a turn. Pretty sweet. How's Unrest doing? We've got Unrest well in hand. We're patrolling again, as you can see, with Maerlande slaves, so it's going great. Let's go back to messages and take a look. Battle in Giant's Rest. What do we got here? Kalem and Sormadia whacking away at each other. Have fun, guys. I'm not going to spend time on that. Those who want to go into those in detail, you can download my turns. I upload them to my Google Drive. Oh, look. Vanheim decided to try to take out... Oh, and he succeeded. That's kind of impressive. I don't think I'm going to watch that fight once again. You can go have a look at that with the save turns. And it's not of much interest to me. I know what Vanheim generally does. Surprised he's running those Fey boars. Those things are crazy expensive, but I guess it works for him. And in Kratos, Oh, well, I guess those barbarians had no chance at all. I'm going to watch that one, because that's actually me doing something. So let's zoom in and take a look. Think of what we got happening here. See? Oh, just one sec. I got to take a brief pause. There. Delete those stupid sound effects. They're just irritating. So I tossed a few Maerlande slaves, those free spawn up front. And I brought some slaves along so that my Maerlande priest could toss out some imps. And imps versus barbarians is a pretty good deal. Get 5 imps per slave. And really, if you take a look at imps, people kind of laugh at them. But defense 15? Serious, that's awesome. Attack 11 is excellent. Claws, yeah, okay, not a ton of damage. But they're really hard to hit. And they fly and attack the rear. It's very economical to cast summon imps in battle. And I think the barbarians have very little hope of surviving anything. Yeah. Oh, I even sent my eagle warriors up front. Kind of surprised at that, because I don't really consider that very valid. And these little gaffers, these little fiery imps, you know, for the cost, they're pretty sweet. Throw flames. It's got a range of 20. They only have 3 shots, but it does 3 fire and magic. Mix of both. So it's not too shabby. Armor piercing. They don't have a lot of strength. Strength of 8, but still. So that's 5 damage a shot. Mixed between the 2 types. And the barbarians ran away. So that's the sum total of that. Let's have a look. Hubbardton. Oh no, there's a nice event. Look at that. That's pretty sweet. That's a lot of gems. A hurricane to struck the land. Well, now that could be a random event, but more likely hurricanes are caused by air magic remote spells. That's Vanheim being an irritating jerk. He thinks he's going to deal economic damage to me. I think he's seriously dreaming. We'll see pretty soon here. Iced out rolling out the toads from the heavens. And that's when the action really gets going. Lots of patrolling. So that sort of sums up this turn. You can see I'm going to keep up my recruitment. Again, for those really interested, you can upload my turns or download my turns. Take a look there and see what's going on. So I'm going to call it done for 32. Let's take a quick look at 33. Open the play the game and play 33. Alright, so I got some serious conjuration. So you can see I'm just shooting for conjuration 3. Now I'm going to jump and grab a little bit of alteration. Can't remember what the point of that was. Let's see, I know I have fire. Nothing too big there. Got a little bit of nature. So I'm not really sure. Remember that you can hit the letter keys for your paths. F for fire, N for nature, W for water, A for air. You know, they're all very useful. I think I'm just sort of spreading out my early research to get those core critical spells. Found some magic sites, lots of slaves, not quite 100. Looks like about 5 at 15, so 75 to 80. Zenthria. We got Soramatia whacking on some Kalem. Oh, look. 2-hole Spirehorn archers. Whee! Well, we're not going to pay attention to that. Events. Oh, there's one of those kind of weird events. I don't know. I'm not sure I understand what those ones do. But this game happened before the latest patch. That patch made a big difference to that stuff about whether or not events matter. Beyond that, you can see here, in this turn, we're reorganizing. I'm going to run across the river. Let's see what I sent. It's been a while. So this is a pretty simple raid. 2 priests, a few ocelotls. Oh, sorry, beast bats, not ocelotls. And some jaguars. And you can see I've tossed up front a few trivial Maerlande slaves, soak up some damage. So next turn should be a bit of a fight to watch. We'll see what Vanheim responds. You notice I've got scouts tucked away pretty much everywhere. All the places where it really matters. And I've sent my prophet here to claim this throne. It's kind of a sweet throne. It gives me some water gems and a little bit of cold resistance. So that's pretty handy. So dudes, I'm going to call this done. Whacked off 3 turns. Kind of a record for first time in, well, 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks. Like I said though, this is my 3rd day of +0 weather. Spring should have been here half a month ago. And it's affected my video production. Take care, have fun, and I hope to see you in game.